Aloha, Honolulu! Data here with episode 40, yes, 40 of the Honolulu Huskies Custom Fantasy Draft Franchise Mode, here at the trade deadline of year number 14, finishing off the 2032-2033 season. Here, just the last 19 games, I believe. We already have clinched a playoff spot with a record of 58-5, 105 points through 63 games. We are poised to win an 8th consecutive President's Trophy. And in the last episode, our main question was, what are we going to do about Quinn Hughes? 33 years old, he's down to a 90 overall now. His potential has dropped to top 4D. He has 49 points through 63 games. He's a plus 44. Still has 5-star puck skills, 5-star senses, 5-star skating, 5-star, all that good stuff. So I've gone through the comments. I've looked at different possibilities. Let's hit the comments and then we'll see what our decision regarding the second half of the season is going to be with Quinn Hughes. Zerzara, now in the last episode he had me read some Swedish words. He said, and he graded me. I will get you an A grade because it's so hard for you to do. The HO because it is pronounced more like HA with a Swedish letter. You don't have that letter or sound in your language. So he says he would trade Hughes because before the playoffs he might even be 89 overall, trade value gone, get an 85 to 87 overall defenseman at a lower cost, save money, don't lose too much entering the end game, trade that one in the draft for a pick if he's not that good. So basically, take Quinn Hughes, trade him for an equivalent but with less trade value, and then get some picks out of it as well, probably. If that guy doesn't work out, trade him at the draft. I could get someone to be on my team long-term, a young offensive defenseman, but to be honest, my long-term plan is kind of already set in stone. I want to bring Popovich to the second pair, and I want to call up Kaigorodov from the AHL and put him on the third pair. Even Lane Quick is going to be pushing for the NHL next season, so I don't want to bring in any new defensemen. And then another comment coming from Bobby D. He says, let some players you can't re-sign for cap reasons go to free agency. It makes sense for your cup run. You need those players. Replace them with decent players and then end the series when you don't make the playoffs. The only thing I don't agree with, I said in the comments, was that if I go until I don't make the playoffs, I might be going all the way to 2044. But aside from that, fantastic comment. It's difficult because we have this system in NHL where we see trade value, we see potential, and we know that if we keep him, it's going to drop and we won't get as much out of him. However, at the same time, we're trying to win a Stanley Cup here, so I think it makes sense not to trade Quinn Hughes unless there's really something out there. I wanted to trade him at the beginning of last episode. I thought that would make a lot of sense, and it does make a lot of sense, but there's not really anything to go out and get, as we saw last episode. It's only prospects with a lot of value who I would just end up flipping. What's the point of getting someone just for 20 games who's inferior to Quinn Hughes when I already have the real McCoy himself? So I think I'm just going to go ahead and keep Quinn Hughes. I looked at some different trade possibilities, some offensive defensemen who have 1 or 2 years left on their deal. Let's just go to the player search and I'll show you offensive defensemen who have 1 or 2 years left on their deal. It's all people who are pretty much equivalent to Quinn Hughes. So if I look at, there's 81 of them. D'Angelo Vickers, see, Quinn Hughes is down here. This is his trade value. I can't get anyone above him unless I traded something along with him. I could get Ryan Merkley, but why would I downgrade from a 90 to an 87 with the same trade value? I could go out and get Jesus Sawchuk, who I traded to the Vegas Golden Knights, who somehow has 32 points in 63 games after he got 2 points in 29 games with us. That's great. Then after that, it just goes down. Jake Bean, 83 overall. I could go out and get Jake Bean. Then I would end up just flipping him at the draft anyways. But I guess I could get Jake Bean in a draft pick, but I don't think it really makes much sense to do that when I just want to go out and try to win a 5th straight Stanley Cup with Quinn Hughes on the back end. I will trade his rights at the draft. That'll give me a little bit of trade value, but I think for the rest of the season, we're just going to roll with him like that. And to be honest, the rest of this team is pretty much good to go. Look at our record. There's nothing really to fix. +5, +1, +5. Everyone's flying. Reid Pitten has 30 goals down on the third line. The only thing that I'm going to do is try and trade people with expiring deals who I know aren't going to re-sign, like people in the AHL, I mean. So if I scroll to the bottom of this list, like I would trade Radulov, I wouldn't re-sign him. Kasparaitis had like some sort of decent potential. Now he's dropped to AHL top 2D. So I'm going to see if I can trade Kasparaitis and Radulov in a little package for maybe like a 75 overall defenseman for San Diego. See if I can get Vincent Huberdeau from the New York Islanders, defensive defenseman, 90 shot blocking, great stuff, and a 6th round pick. What do you say, New York? Nope. Let's just try it straight up. Still no, really. 2 guys with 0 trade value for 1 guy with 0 trade value. Huh. You know what? I'm just going to go out and sign somebody in free agency. Let's just trade these 2 guys to a random team. Rebuilder, there we go, for a 7th round pick. You know what? I deserve it. A 6th round pick. More than 45 players in the organization. My bad. I'm a degenerate. Team with contract spots. There we go. Nashville. Good old Nashville. But you know what? I hate Nashville, so I'm not going to give it to them. New York Rangers. They're a contender. Great. Can I get a 5th round pick from you? That would be pretty crazy. Yeah, that would be pretty crazy. Let's just get that 7th and call it a day, boys. Trade accepted. Go chant and cheer and burn down the streets in joy. Well, if it isn't Timofey Valentenko, the man who refused to resign in San Diego and now 2 years later is still unemployed. He was a 3rd round pick. He's supposed to be a gem. He never grew, but he had great seasons with the Gulls. So you know what? Let's bring him back on board just for another 20 games. Have him as some depth. And just like that, we're ready to keep on simulating. So let's go see the 16, 38, and 8 Detroit Red Wings to start off this episode. Should be a short one, maybe a little bit of an extended look at the stats at the end. But then heading into the playoffs, we'll be smiling. And then first shot of the game, Duke Silver on Cooper Pete, the former Husky draft pick. My goodness. First period, 3-0. Ezra Pitt and Eli Tolvanen add a couple there. Second period, 5-0. Reid Pitten and Fred Menino. Very rare goal from Menino, a former Detroit Red Wing, I might add. 5-0, let's just call it. Oh my goodness. Pittis, Pellick, Binnington, and Pitten. 8 goals on like 40 shots, and then one last shot on Hunter Jones, another former Husky, goes in. 9-0, a 23-save shutout from Steven Beck, I think, was in nets. 4 assists from Quinn Hughes. He says, don't trade me, my friend. I'm going to just dish out the apples. Don't worry. Goal and 2 assists for Pellick. Goal and 2 assists for Tolvanen. Who got the shutout? It was Steven Beck. 23 saves on 23 shots. Everyone chipped in for this one. +5 for Hughes, +4 for Tolvanen. When people didn't get points are down here. Marchand, nothing for him. And classic Perlini. Can't even chip in on a 9-0 win. So we will continue to move through the deadline and into the end game here. We have the opportunity to go see some extra games since this episode can be a little bit longer. Let's go. You know what? The Coyotes are a good team for the first time in a long time. They're 40, 19, and 5. We'll go check them out. Philippe Gamache, I don't feel like the size of your team's market is what I'm looking for, so I will decline. Goodbye. No associate coach for him. I'm going to reject your offer. I don't think the quality of your roster matches the challenges I'm wishing to take on. You know what challenge you're taking on right now? The unemployment line. You guys. Valentenko signs at least. And what about this other guy? I'm happy to join the team. Thank you for reaching out. Alright, so 1 out of 3 signed, since I forgot last episode to do that. Another 4-1 win there against the Penguins. Let's try and go get another coach. The cash you offered was the tipping point for me to accept this contract offer. You can't say thank you for the offer. I'm looking forward to anything. Hey, I got an answer for you. Okay, what's your answer? The cash you offered me was the tipping point for me to accept. Do you want a smack in the face? Like, we're supposed to be working with each other as brothers, head coach and associate, and between Palmieri and the associate coach, and even the general manager, we're supposed to be all tightly knit. And you're gonna tell me the money is what made it happen on a team that's about to win 8 straight President's Trophies and going for 5 straight cups? Go to bed, man. We got shut out 2-0 against the Lightning, lost 4-3 against Vegas, beat the Canadiens 8-2, beat the Jackets 3-2, shut out the Capitals 6-0, then beat our rivals, the San Jose Sharks 3-1. We're 56-10-5 going into this game against the 45-20-5 Arizona Coyotes, one of our divisional rivals, moving to the Central Division once Seattle comes into the league. First period, oh boy, 3-0, Ellis Anderson, Duke Silver, and Reid Pitten all on Mackenzie Blackwood. Second period, 4-0 as Brendan Perlini, finally, his first goal probably. I don't know if he scored the last couple games, but possibly his first goal and first point as a Husky. Oh, wow, against his former team, the Coyotes, as well. 4-0 for Honolulu. Steen breaks Beck's shutout and brings the Coyotes within 3, but I don't think they're going to make it. 5-on-3 power play for us. They kill it off 4-1. It remains halfway through the third period, outshooting them 27-18. Let's just call it there. 5-1 the final as Cole Perfetti adds a goal. Beautiful. Duke Silver, Reid Pitten, and Ellis Anderson all add a goal and an assist for the 3 stars. And we continue to cruise. We've clinched our division. I'm sure we're close to clinching the conference. Let's go see, you know what, Jinkyo Chong and the Colorado Avalanche. I want to go see him. He's, for the first time in a long time, a defenseman other than Ellis Anderson, who's leading the NHL in scoring. A big 6-1 loss against the Predators. A 4-3 loss against the Penguins, alright, but then a 5-1 win against the Red Wings. We bounced back. Then a 4-3 loss against the Flames. That's weird. That's the most losses over like a 3-4 week period than we've had all season. 36, 29, and 11 is the record of the Avalanche. We're 58, 13, and 5. It's Ellis Anderson versus Jinkyo Chong for the Norris Trophy. Who's going to come out on top tonight? Let's see it. First period, 4-2 Huskies. Ellis Anderson scores a hat trick. Jinkyo Chong scores a minute and 54 seconds into this game on the power play. Spits in the face of Ellis Anderson and says, "Welcome to the future, old man." Then Petrov scores 2-0 for the Avalanche. Ellis Anderson says, "Coach, put me on the ice. It's time to show everyone that you can still teach an old dog new tricks." By the way, Ellis Anderson and Jinkyo Chong are the exact same age. Ellis Anderson proceeds to score not 1, not 2, but 3 goals. Not only is it a first period hat trick, it's a hat trick within 2 minutes and 11 seconds. The last 2 goals coming within 40 seconds. Can you believe it? And look, 2 goals. 2 goals are from before the blue line, from the half. Can you believe it? That's absolutely wild. Ellis Anderson, then Marchand adds another one. We're up 4-2. Second period, Reid Pitten scores twice. Jinkyo Chong says, "Don't forget me, boys." That's 2 for him now. Him and Sprong. Reid Pitten scores twice. So 2 for Pitten, 2 for Chong, and 3 for Anderson. And this game is 6-4 heading into the third period. 10 goals scored on less than 40 shots or so. Something around 40 shots. Skylar Pellick makes it 7-4. We have a 3-goal lead now. What a wild barn burner here for the Huskies and the Avalanche. Craziest game I've seen in a while. Ellis Anderson, I can't believe it. Austin Matthews gets a power play goal to bring his team within 2. 7-5 now. I'm not happy that we let in 5 goals on 25 shots, but 7 goals will be enough to win it, boys. Binnington adds another one with 8 seconds left. Great. Not even on an empty net, and we take it. Ellis Anderson with 3, Pitten with 2, Jinkyo Chong with 2 goals and an assist as we win it 8-5, the final. What a game that was. Next game, the season's about to be over. Do we go see? Yeah, let's just go and end it off against the Canucks. They're 41, 28, and 7 at the moment. Can we beat our franchise record of 63 wins, I believe it was? 3-2 overtime loss there against the Kings. 6-3 win against the Coyotes. 6-0 shutout win against the Hawks. Can we match our record? No. 5-4 overtime loss to the Oilers. If we can win this game, it'll be 62 Ws. Still crazy to have such a crazy record. We'll see what our all-time record is when I do the wrap-up video in a season or 2. But let's finish off the season, boys. Year number 14, Eli Tolvanen gets one earlier than Mitch Marner, still in the league. 1-1 game. Heading into the second now, 2-2. Mitch Marner has 2. Quinn Shannon scores for us. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, a monster between the pipes. Tough to beat him. Game is tied at 2. Shots are 23-22 in our favor. Very even matchup from a team we'll likely see in the playoffs. Sheldon Marchand gives us that 1-goal lead now. Canucks have the power play, and Petrie capitalizes on Bentley. This game's tied at 3, but then Trevor Wong with a rare goal. Maybe that's like his 10th goal of the season to hit double digits. A very rare goal from Trevor Wong gives us the 4-3 lead. Is that goal going to be the GWG? And yes, it will be. Trevor Wong gives us our 62nd win of the season. A goal and an assist for him. The dish man. What a crazy season for him in terms of his assists and his point totals. Wow. Let's just advance another day. 96 points in 82 games for Duke Silver. One more game to make sure the season is really over. There's still some teams who have some games left. But I think if I advance another day, it's going to show me the our playoff matchup. Have the Avalanche played their last game? They haven't. Okay, let's advance one more day. It might show us our playoff matchup. No, it doesn't. Okay, but there's still Who hasn't played? It's just one game between the Flyers and the Penguins. Okay, we can go ahead and check the points now. 96 points for us, boys. Let's check out the team record. 62, 13, and 7. Checking out the entire NHL. Is it an 8th straight President's Trophy? Yes, it is, with 131 points. Predators, big win total season for them with 58. Our power play at 29.4%, likely the best in the NHL. Yes, it was, right behind the Coyotes, right ahead of the Coyotes. And penalty kill 77.8. It improved. We started off the season like maybe 30 games in at like 73%. So getting it up to 77.8 was very good, but still in the bottom half of the NHL, bottom 10 of the NHL. So could have definitely been better. Crazy that the Predators had an 89.2% penalty kill. That is an insane number to see for special teams. For the penalty kill, boys, please let me know your thoughts. I'll show you the lines later. Let me know if you have any suggestions for the penalty kill. Goals against per game, we were the second best defensive team in the NHL. Predators were the best. And goals for per game, we were the best offensive team with 4.34. But the Predators, they were the third best offensive team and the best defensive team. So very scary as well to see that from them. For the point totals now, let's see it, boys. Duke Silver, 96 points, 54 goals in 82 games. A 32-year-old man still has it with the magic in his mustache. 96 points on the year. After that, Eli Tolvanen, he still got it at the age of 33 as well. 89 points for him. We were close to moving him a few years ago, but here he is. He's increased the last 3 seasons, 82, 88, 89. And overall, that's his highest point total. Taking out the point total of 95 here, that's his second best since 2026. So actually including the one in 95, I should say. Then Skylar Pellick, 87 in 82. Another great season for him. Not a career high, but just another solid season from Skylar Pellick. Trevor Wong now, 78 assists. Can you believe that? 78 assists. Is that the best assist? Yeah, that's... Wait, let me see here. Yeah, that's the most assists he's ever gotten in a single season, and he eclipsed his previous total by 13. For point total of 87, that is his third... No, hold on. No, why isn't it going in order here? I clicked it. Why doesn't it go in order? Come on, let's go. I want to see his assist totals in order. 78. That doesn't make sense because here's a 72 assist total. Now I got to scroll through it myself. Come on, boys. Come on, EA. We'll get it together. 5'8", the dish man. So 78 assists. His previous career high was 72 assists in a season, so he beat his total by 6. And then for point totals of 87, that is a second best in his career, where his current best is a 99-point season. He had 30 goals one year. Crazy to think they'd have a 30-goal season. Every other year it's like 20 or less. This season only 9, but still, just to say, 87 points plus 33, a St. Louis Blues draft pick who they put on the block. So glad that we got him. 5-star puck skills, 5-star senses, just an absolute tank. Still making $5 million next season. We signed him to that big extension. Didn't stunt his growth or anything. He has been a gem. To nobody's surprise, it is another point-per-game season for Ellis Anderson, now at the age of 32. Our 2 created players, Duke Silver and Ellis Anderson. Of the 16 in the NHL, we have 2 of them, and it has been paying off big time. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 7. My apologies. 7 straight seasons of a point per game or more for Ellis Anderson. It's actually his lowest point total since his first season with us, where he scored 61 points. He was a negative 34 that season. But considering the point totals that we have on this team, 82 is really not bad for the 5th highest scorer. I will take that. Reid Pitten, check this guy out. I got him. I forget what I even traded for him. I didn't trade much for him at the deadline of last NHL season. He scored, of 2 seasons ago. No, sorry, it was last off-season. Not this off-season past, but the off-season before that. He scored 80 points in 82 games with 30 goals, followed by a 42-goal, 81-point season in 82 games. So he has scored 161 points in 164 games as a third-line left winger with our team. That third line is just absolutely filthy. I love Reid Pitten so much. He is on such a great contract as well. He's going to cost a lot when he's done, but I just love this man. What a great pickup. Someone remind me what I traded for him. He was a plus 47. That's just unbelievable. I love this man. Speaking of the third line, here's Quinn Shannon, who I also got last off season. 71 points in his first season on the third line, followed by a new career high of 79 points, 35 goals, 44 assists, plus 41 on the third line. And then that third line center, Cole Perfetti, scored 73 points and was a plus, let's see it, 39. So career high in plus minus, tied his career high in points, a new career high in assists. This third line is just crazy, man. I love Cole Perfetti, another guy who is just, I was close to moving and has been great on a fantastic contract as well. Just what a absolutely crazy third line. Never seen a third line like that. 81, 79, and 73. That is just bonkers, man. Ezra Pitt, 73 in 76, almost a point per game for him. Another great season for him. He's gone down a little bit the last few seasons since he scored 97. He's going down in the goal totals as well. 51, 39, 45, but then 30 and 25 the last two seasons. I guess it's because he was on a line with Sheldon Marchand, who took a lot of the goals this season. Yeah, he scored 32. Quinn Hughes scored 59 points, a plus 49 in 82 games. Another great season from Quinn Hughes in his last regular season with the Huskies here. 59 points for him. But Sheldon Marchand in his sophomore season puts up a new career. Sorry, what am I saying in his sophomore season? In his rookie season, I keep forgetting because last episode this was broken up into two parts. So as a rookie, he scores 32 goals and 51 points as a second liner. No power play time either. Very impressive from Sheldon Marchand. Mats Lindback, a plus 50 and 38 points. Brendan Perlini, what did he do with us as a fourth line left winger in... Oh my goodness, that's why it hasn't been showing me things. I wasn't sorting by the right thing. 10 points in 47 games and a plus 4 for Perlini, so he ended up turning it around. So let me go back and look at Reid Pitten here. Because, yeah, okay, I was right. I did get him at the trade deadline. Sorry for that, for all the confusion. I did get him at the trade deadline. So he hasn't played 164 games. He's played 204 games. And he has scored 161 plus 30, 191 points in 204 games. My apologies. So he was a trade deadline pickup. I knew he was. So still, just to say that Reid Pitten, man, what a monster. Did I miss anything on Ellis Anderson? I don't think so. Quinn Shannon, he was an off-season pickup, so I didn't miss anything there. Cole Perfetti, we were talking about assists and points. Okay, so Cole Perfetti was not a career high in points or assists, but still 57 assists and 73 points. Very impressive season from him. I was misquoting some of the numbers there. Didn't mean to falsify any of my data there. Ezra Pitt, yeah, the goal totals, I was right for that. All right. My apologies, everybody. So back to what I was saying here. Isaac Sutter, in his rookie season, he played 67 games and he scored 21 points, plus 24. Pretty good for a third pair D. Very impressive, and he'll grow more. Offensive defenseman, medium elite potential, 22 years old. He could be taking over that second pair position with Menino, taking over Hughes' spot next season. I could definitely see that. And the new third pair D would be Popovich and Kaigorodov. Alexander Kovanov, our fourth line center. He had a decent season, putting up 18 points in 82 games, plus 6. Can't ask for much more than that. Binnington, 15 in 82. Popovich, 13, plus 29. Menino, the plus-minus king. If you have a fantasy draft, a fantasy league where plus-minus is important, pick this guy up. Plus 53. Unbelievable. Another great season from the 6'5" monster of Fred Menino. Lapierre didn't do anything in the 7 games that he came in relief. In nets, Saul Bentley, 47 wins, 9 losses, 6 overtime losses, 5 shutouts, 903 save percentage, 2.59 goals against. Good numbers for Bentley, up to an 88 overall. And Steven Beck as a backup. How about this? Last season, he didn't do very well well, you know what? He did well record-wise, but not really numbers-wise. But this season, 50 15-4-1, 2 shutouts, 917 save percentage, and a 2.31 goals against average. Plus minuses, man. What a great season for plus minuses. Let's look around the entire NHL. Winning the Art Ross Trophy this year, Massimiliano Bio, 119 points and 81 goals as well. That's enough to win the Maurice Richard right ahead of Cherry, Klingenberg, and Bruno. Massimiliano Bio, that is a career high in goals, I think, of 81. Too bad. You say sort, but it doesn't sort. I don't know. What are you doing here, EA? Come on, 119 points for him. Tony Klingenberg, 115. So a bunch of 70-goal scorers here or more. Elias Pettersson at the age of 34. Draisaitl at the age of 37. Keenan Johnson, Duke Silver, Jinkyo Chong. What, 51 goals as a defenseman? That's just crazy stuff, man. Marcus Trigg, a 5th-round pick in 2024, 85 overall. He puts up, hold on, let me sort by year. Let me fix this up again. He puts up 64 points. No, this is not right. Why isn't it sorting correctly here? Sort by, here, 20, 30, 93 points. Why is this broken right now? Listen, Kako, 32 years old, Barkov, Johnny Beats, Joshua Roy, Topi Blomqvist, Sebastian Aho, there's Eichel, Tolvanen, Pellick, Wong, McDavid at the age of 36, still putting it up. Looking at all defensemen in the NHL, it is likely Jinkyo Chong who will take the James Norris this year for the first time in a long time. 51 goals. You can't look past 51 goals. You got to give it to him. The man from South Korea on a big contract. Great season for him. Quinn Hughes is down here as well. Another great year from him. All goalies in the NHL, probably Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, who's going to win the Vezina. Bentley was tied for most wins with Gustafsson. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, where is Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen? He's pretty far down here. Here he is, 31, 21, and 6. Numbers weren't great, actually, in the end. 909 save percentage. It's likely going to be Philip Gustafsson. Yeah, I think he runs away with it this season. 919 save percentage, 2.36 goals against, 9 shutouts. Yeah, 83 overall, 86 poise, 34 years old, but because of his poise or whatever else other garbage, he's going to win the Vezina. Mackenzie Blackwood, 82. Rocky Carter, 86. Fontaine, 91. This guy, 78 overall. 83, 83, 81, 82, 82. What a broken system. Rookie skaters, is it Marchand? No, it's not. It's Elliot Hoffman. Marchand, 3rd of rookie scoring. Mark Levesque, 30. What? 30 goals as a 79 overall? A playmaker? What? On the 3rd line, a 3rd line center. 30 goals, 57 points. Come on. Elliot Hoffman, 85 overall power forward with 5-star shooting. At least that makes more sense. Sheldon Marchand just couldn't get it. Mark Levesque, come on. Rookie goalies, Magnus Almqvist. Yeah, how did he do with the Panthers? 27, 34, and 6. 2 shutouts, 893 save percentage, 3.53 goals against. Tough numbers for him. Yeah, any other players we want to go and check out? Let's go see Damian Anthony over on the Minnesota Wild. That's the one I'm interested in seeing about, since we traded him there. Damian at 55-point season. That's just shameful. Making money like that, that's just shameful. Only, of course, the numbers are off again. But 55 points in 82 games for him, that's nothing special at all. We want to see how Barker did it. Here he is. 65 points for Barker. 42 goals, 23 assists, negative 20 over on Ottawa. Of course, all the stats are all messed up here. I don't know how I'm supposed to sort it. I press sort, but then it doesn't actually sort. So let me try and piece it together here. 20, 31, 32. So he got 50 points in 82 games with us. Then he went to do 65 points in 82 games with the Senators. All right, Carson. Mikko Rantanen, at the age of 36, down to an 84 overall. He is still getting it done. 80 points in 82 games for our former captain. Really great to see him thriving so well in Dallas. That's his best season since going there, now in his 3rd season with the Stars. Great to see that from Mikko. Peyton Krebs, another former Husky, put up 38 points. Jakub Vrana, former Husky, at the age of 37, 82 overall. Are you serious? This is the time that he starts to score goals? He gets a career high in points at the age of 37, 61 points. Yeah, go to bed. With us, he got like 30, 40 points a season in his prime. Hey, here's Dylan Gambrell. Dylan Gambrell, 36 years old. When he was on our team, what did he do? Let's see his shameful numbers. 17 points in 82 games. Goes to Pittsburgh, scores 41. Goes to Carolina, scores 43. Simulates so well, but it's weird that when players come to our team, they're either monsters or they're train wrecks. How do they do so well on other teams? Gustav Souglabov, 12 points and 35. We traded him there. How do they do so well? Even Kavanaugh, a guy we traded. How are these guys scoring? They couldn't even score in San Diego for us, but then I trade them to an NHL team and they start scoring like monsters. Arthur Kaliev, former Husky, 43 points for him. Kailer Yamamoto, of course, a former Husky, 34 years old, still racking up the numbers as he put up 66 points this season. Big stuff. I wish I could have kept him, just there wasn't really room for him in the trade that we did. I believe that was the Eli Tolvanen deal, so it was really worth it in the end. Jesus Sawchuk, of course, who scored 2 points in 40 games with us, scores 39 points in 82 games with the Golden Knights. Another former Husky here, Anthony Cirelli, 35 years old, still an 81 overall, put up 37 points. Ty Smith, 33 years old, former Husky as well, still an 83 overall. I really loved having Ty Smith on the team. He's done well in Philadelphia since we moved him there. 35-point season for him. I think that's pretty much it for the NHL. If there's any other point totals that you'd like me to check out before the playoffs begin, please let me know, and I will do so. But for the moment, it is finally time to move into the playoffs, going to look for a 5th consecutive Stanley Cup. We're currently tied with the Canadiens and the Islanders organizations for the second best record in NHL history for most consecutive cups, with 4 in a row. But the best of all time are the 1950 to 60 Canadiens, who have 5 Stanley Cups in a row. So if we win the cup this year, that would tie the NHL record. We're currently tied with 2 other franchises, like I said. So we are one of the 3 best franchises in NHL history when it comes to Stanley Cup championships. Looking to the first round of the year number 14 playoffs, we will be taking on the Dallas Stars. Really? I don't think we've seen Dallas in the playoffs yet. Mikko Rantanen, we're going to have to face our former captain. This is not going to be easy. The Dallas Stars, Mikko Rantanen, and Sebastian Aho isn't anything to sneeze at either. At the age of 35, he still puts up crazy numbers. Moving from New Jersey to Dallas, he still has good numbers. They have Philip Straka, 89 overall power forward. Yikes, 4th overall pick a few years ago. Ty Ronning, legend. Lucas Abdelkader, Demetrius Dubinsky. They have great prospects. Casey Middlestat, Peyton Krebs, and Matthew Barzal. That could be a first line in today's NHL or a future NHL, but in 2033 they're getting old. Josh Hosang, 37, Kari Rask, Sven Kruger. On defense, they have Cole Leddy, Noah Dobson, okay, Carter Neal, Jens Chalowski, Jr., former Husky, Jr., 2024 pick. Still has low top 4 deep potential. He never moved above an 80 overall on Dallas. Hasn't done much on Dallas. He was better on the Huskies. All right, so Junior we can beat. Reynolds, they don't have great defense. Leddy and Dobson is half decent. And between the pipes, they have Matthew McClellan, of course. I forgot about Matthew McClellan, the goalie that we traded to the Stars. That's true. He went 28, 27, and 3 this year, 908 save percentage. And they have Adam Boquist injured as well, so that's a big loss for them. They also have Max Domi, 38 years old, former Husky. So lots of former Huskies on this Dallas franchise here. He only played 5 games all year. Tough. So Max Domi, Matthew McClellan, Jr., and Mikko Rantanen, all former Honolulu Huskies. This is going to be a series entrenched in history and rivalry. So I think that's it for this one, boys. We are poised for another Stanley Cup run. We finally got all our coaches on board. The scouting is still set for another month or so. We are looking good. And the point totals, yeah, like I said, if there's any other point totals that you wanted me to see, please let me know. And the only question that I have for you before we head into the playoffs ASAP is for the penalty kill, which was not that great. Should we make any changes here? I already have players who are great defensively with 5-star defense. Quinn Shannon also 4-star defense, 84 shot blocking, 88 stick checking. Pellick, 84 shot blocking, 90 stick checking. Perfetti, 4-star defense, all those great stats. And all 4 of these defensemen are great as well. The only thing is maybe the line fit. Like Lindback doesn't fit the line fit, and neither does Ellis Anderson, but they're both have 5-star defense with mid 90 plus defensive awareness, shot blocking, and stick checking. So I don't really want to change them. If I were to change someone, it would probably be the forwards. And when I go to look at the forwards and I sort by their defensive stats, these are my best defensive players: Silver, Anderson, Lindback. I could switch Tolvanen maybe for Pellick or Shannon, but his shot blocking is only 80. His stick checking is only 87. So looking at stick checking and shot blocking, I already have the best possible players in pretty much. So let me know your thoughts on that. Maybe Trevor Wong. What's Wong? He has 82 shot blocking, 92 stick checking. I don't know. That's the only thing that I could use some suggestions on. I think aside from that, the lineup is set in stone and good to go. Bentley is ready to make a run for another Stanley Cup with Beck backing him up. And it's another President's Trophy here in Honolulu, boys. 62 win season. So thank you so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. Putting out lots of NHL, FIFA, and SpongeBob Battle for Bikini Bottom rehydrated content, especially for NHL now, as we're going to be going for a 5th straight Stanley Cup to tie the NHL record of the Montreal Canadiens franchise, who has already done it. Now in 2030, that would be 80 years ago, or 75 or so, but a long time in the past. And then if we do win the Stanley Cup, I think we'll probably go for a 6th and try to make some NHL history. But aside from that, like I said, this season, then next season is probably the hard max for this series before we wrap it all up and start a new one. So let me know all of your suggestions, and I look forward to seeing you in the next one. Make sure to give your sacrifices and your prayers to the Kyle Wood statue outside of the arena before entering for the playoffs, and I will see you then.